Okay, I think we can start. Welcome on another talk about AI. But today I would like to give you a different perspective on AI and maybe answer a question, why should we be careful with it? My name is Maciej Krzysica. I work as a team leader at a company called JLabs, and if you would like to reach me, you can use this LinkedIn profile to write me a message. As a reminder, we will use Slido for questions. We have URL and code you can use. I think we all know how it works. And let's start with this image. This image shows horses, as we all see. The middle one was drawn by Leonardo da Vinci, and I think we all know who he was. Famous painter. He drew very nice horse. The image on the right, this is image of a horse drawn by an average 5-year-old kid, let's say. And the image on the left was drawn by a girl named Nadia Homen at the age of 5. This is the most interesting part. Nadia was a savant. She had a savant syndrome, and savant is a person that's diagnosed with in the spectrum of autism, and at the same time it has some genius skills, some unusual skills. For example, it can be someone who's great painter, drawer, musician, or maybe great mathematician. And one of the most famous savants was this man. His name was Kim Peek. He had a great memory. He could do very large mathematical calculations in his head. He remembered dates of births and dies of every king in history. He was a very unusual man, and he was the inspiration for the movie Rain Man. If you haven't seen it, I encourage you to do it. Very good movie. And Dustin Hoffman plays Kim Peek in that movie. I'm telling you this to show you how incredible our brains are and how little we know about them, right? And right now we are trying to create artificial intelligence, artificial brain, and we are trying to do it for the last couple of years very hard. Now you can see on this diagram on the right side that the companies are adopting AI very rapidly in the last 2 years. And of course, it's okay. AI enhances efficiency and progress. It's something good. But at the same time, it may also be a source of risk, inaccuracy, or frauds. And when I'm telling you about the risks related to the AI, you probably think maybe about this movie. This is a movie called Terminator, where we have rogue AI called Skynet that's basically trying to kill people, right? It's not helping us. And I hope it won't go that way. But we have some risks related to the AI. And I would like to give you a few examples. Let's start with images. A question for you: is this image real or is it AI generated? Answer: it's AI generated. We have some strange things in the background. But the most important thing is that President Biden shouldn't be wearing a military uniform. He's a civil person. Now, this is a fake photo, but imagine the impact on politics, media, and economy that fake photos like this can have. Right? Another example: real or fake? Yeah, everybody has counting fingers. Yeah. This is the real photo. It has been taken at the G7 summit. We have some global leaders here. But maybe you are not certain. We have some strange light. It may fool someone. But this image is real. So if you can be sure, can you be sure that any image is real? If they can all be generated like this. Now, this we have an example of the real image on the left. the AI-generated image on the right. And there are some even scientific methods that are trying to help us. Of course, they are not perfect. For example, the scientists are trying to analyze the reflection of the light on the eyes, on the pupils, on the photos. It can be helpful, but again, this is just imperfect method. We cannot be 100% sure. The same things goes for videos. And with the videos in the previous years, we are pretty sure that they are AI generated because they were a bit poor quality. Right? No one believes that this is a real video, but the AI is evolving. Right? The videos are getting better as well. The same goes for the images. Now I'd like to give you another example. It's where the scientists in the United States, they took voice sample of President Obama, and they created a video based only on that sample. Please take a look.
You're absolutely right, Whoopi, that us showing respect for other people, us being thoughtful about other people's traditions, is something that Michelle and I try to teach our kids. You talked about what we talk about over the dinner table. A lot of what we talk about over the dinner table is, we live in a diverse world, and
I'm honored, and I think people can say that my election symbolizes some progress, at least within the small confines of the legal community. I think it's real important to keep the focus on the broader world out there and see that for a lot of kids, the doors that have been open to me aren't open to them.
Now, probably if you look very closely, you will be able to tell that this was an AI generated. But maybe our grandparents, maybe our parents can be fooled. So when AI gets better, how we will be able to tell fact from fiction, right? I will leave you with that question. Now let's think about frauds. Imagine you go for an online shopping, you want to find something interesting for you, and you find this shop. Very nice images, very nice products. You're interested, you buy one, but when you receive a package to your home, you get very unpleasant surprise, right? Because the image was generated and it doesn't reflect the real product. I even found the site that's on focus right now only on German market, but it's monitoring the fake shops like this. And I checked one of these pages because they disappear pretty quickly. But yeah, again, if you look very closely, there are some suspicious things. But I imagine that someone can be fooled, can lose their money with site like this. Another problem, fake job interviews. I found on LinkedIn this example. This is a case where someone used AI-generated face to hide their identity. Probably he used ChatGPT or some other tool to answer questions. Now ask yourself, would you like to hire someone like this for your company, right? So AI creates possibilities of new types of frauds. Another problem, inaccuracy. I think we are all familiar with the hallucination of the AI, but take a look at this diagram. It shows the risks or some negative consequences of using AI in companies. And we have different things here related to security and so on. But what's most interesting is on the far left, we have inaccuracy. So nearly 1/4 of respondents say that their organization experienced inaccuracy because of adoption of AI. And the problem related to that is that AI doesn't recognize the concept of truth. Of course, we are not going to some philosophical things right now, but just a common sense, right? And when you ask AI tools for information, it will most probably come up with some answer, even if doesn't have sufficient or right data. Now another problem is that it's very hard to detect AI-generated text. Some articles even say that it is mathematically impossible to reliably detect AI-generated text. And very good example is this. We have the Declaration of Independence of the United States. And as you can see, this detector claims that it was nearly 98% sure that it was AI-generated. We all know it wasn't, right? So we do not have reliable tools to detect AI-generated texts. And we can rely on them. We can rely on AI detectors. But we can help ourselves because some words raise suspicions. And on this diagram, this is mostly focused on the scientific publishing, but we have words here like intricate, commendable, meticulous, pivotal, notable, and so on. And you can see on this diagram that over the last 2 years, the usage of these words in scientific publishing has increased dramatically, especially for the words on the left. Right? So maybe you are experiencing the same thing in the World Web, right? In the global network. We have more and more articles generated by AI, and it's changing the way the global web looks. Of course, it's not always a bad thing. Someone can have a description on LinkedIn that he's passionate about innovation, because phrase like this would raise suspicion for me at least that this was AI generated, but maybe not. And AI generated text is not a problem in many contexts, but it sometimes can. Another very important issue, I think, is the copyright and other legal issues. They are all very complex, and I hope that your company maybe already have thought about some rules for using AI in your company. If not, maybe we can start with some simple rules. That would be to always check the content that's generated by AI. Of course, not only the code we are creating, but every text that's generated. Other than that, get approval to use AI from people in charge when you are using AI, and always reveal that you use AI, right? Just to be clear that you are using such a tool. Now, I showed you a few examples. We have possibilities of creating fake news, fake videos, fake images. We have new types of frauds thanks to AI. And we are experiencing inaccuracy or decreasing quality. Of course, AI is boosting productivity, but at the same time, we have to be aware that we have the decrease in quality where we are using AI. Another problem is that it's hard to detect, as we could see on the example. And we have very complex topic about copyright and plagiarism. Especially this is related to the scientific publishing because there are no strict rules right now for this, and we have to maybe come up with something in the future. Remember that AI doesn't know the concept of truth, so the responsibility to keep the truth is on you. And with that thought, I would like to leave you. Thank you for your attention. If you would like to download this presentation, you can find it under this link. And if you would like something more to read about this topic, here are some links as well. And I think we can move on to the questions right now. First question, you mentioned copyright of content created by AI. Has the licensing of code generated by AI been discussed? For this one, I have no information about such a discussion or such agreements about AI-generated code. and I think it is very, very difficult because the AI is learning from such things. So I don't want to go very deep into the context of law. But I know that there are some tries to create, for example, for the Europe market. But I don't know anything about something that's broadly used. So I think it's everything is before us. We have to think about how to maybe put these rules in terms of law for AI-generated text, and of course the same thing goes for the AI-generated code. But it's a bit different for the code because we all probably think about AI. We are probably all thinking about the AI-generated code because we use these tools. But we have to remember that AI is everywhere right now, and there is no going back with that. Like I mentioned, it's in the internet, in the social media, and so on. And it will stay with us, so I think we have to live with it. Okay, any more questions? Okay. How about impact on learning, especially for young generation? This is very good question. Very good question. Imagine a teacher that's using AI-generated questions for the students, and the students are using AI to answer them. Right? No, not much of a learning right now, and it's hard for the teachers as well to check the homework, for example, because they can be aware of the fact that all students or kids are using AI to answer these questions. So I think it may be more shift to the working life in classrooms, and again we have to maybe focus as well on being aware of how the AI is working, and focusing on the filtration of the information that AI is providing us. But this is very important thing, and I think we will have problems with that in the future, especially for the young generation. What scares you personally most from the AI era? I'm not sure if I would use word scarce, but I'm worried. I'm worried most about the decrease of our perception and our thinking, because people tend to think less for themselves. They are trying to search every information using AI, answer every information. So I hope that we will remember that AI is a tool, and use it wisely, and maybe not use it everywhere. Try to thinking for yourself, because right now we have the decrease in the focus time, for example, for the kids and maybe for the adults, because we have very short information everywhere, and when someone has to focus for a longer time, it becomes difficult. So we will only have AI. The decrease in our thinking, I'm worried that will be even more. Let's move to the next one. You talked about the spotting mistakes by AI in pictures, but isn't this fight not winnable by the white hats? I'm not sure if I understand correctly this question. If we can't win spotting AI in pictures, like I said, maybe we need some kind of an agreement of using it in public domain. Maybe just AI-generated pictures or videos should be marked explicitly that they are AI-generated. But again, this wouldn't solve the problems of fake news and fake false information. So I think that most importantly is being aware of the fact that this can happen to everyone, each of us. And maybe tell our parents, grandparents that not every information right now, not every AI-generated image is real. You talk a lot of problems and dangers. Do you have any opinions, ideas for solutions? Like I said before, being aware of them. This is the most important part. Talking about it, letting other people know about it, is to be aware of it and be careful when you are searching for something. Next one, we'll just end up with AI-generated content, AI-consuming content, while everyone will spend time outside. Yeah, I saw that idea that we have AI everywhere and everything is on the internet is generated by AI, and AIs are talking to each other, so we can go out and talk to other people. Yeah, well, that's a nice idea, I think. Digital communications is or will soon be completely unreliable. Do you think privacy when posting will become the casualty for a solution to this? Yeah, maybe this is the interesting idea for some spaces where you have to be a real person to participate in some discussion. This is, this is maybe interesting idea, but yeah, I think the problem with the AI is so complex and so serious, let's say, that I don't want to solve it right now, right? I just would like to give you a different perspective and to make you aware of some things, not to follow everything blindly, especially if someone's very enthusiastic about AI, to have that in mind that there are also some risks for the AI. And last question, do you worry that AI will take over your job? Yes, I was wondering if this question will appear. I think not. It won't take over our jobs, but I think it will change it very, very much, maybe in the future. So this is a tool, and like I said previously, there is no going back from AI. It's everywhere, and it will stay with us. So I think it will change the way we work. It will do some job for us, some simple, because we as a developers try to automate things, to make things faster. This is something important for us. So AI will help us with that. But I think at the very top level, where we have human interactions and some more business thinking, I think that there will still be room for us. So I think this AI as a tool that will speed up process, help us, but maybe a change market in the future, but we will be still needed for the world. Okay, it's the last of the question, out of time, so thank you very much and enjoy the rest of the conference. Thank you.